What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the La Liga Career Mode. It is episode number 32, returns today with loads of games, match days 2, 3 and possibly 4 in the Champions League phase, and more games in La Liga aiming to stay 100% to start the season off. Our first game, match day 2 in Europe, Lazio coming to the Mestalla, aiming to stay perfect. Vamos Valencia. It's been an amazing start to the season, obviously again 9 wins in a row in all competitions, 8 of those coming in the league, and yeah, just being our final season, you'd think it should be one where we expect a title, expect a trophy of some kind, but you expected that last year. We didn't win anything. Even in Season 3, you probably thought we'd win something. Didn't get anything that year either, so might be our 5th and final season, but if we end up trophyless, that's it. Got to live with that failure. There's Ariso spots Giro. Chan ghosting in behind. Brilliantly done. Excellent build up for the goal. Kelvin Chan is on fire. I think it's 6th for the season already. Into the final 25 minutes, still tied at 1-1 as things stand set for our first slip up of the season. But to be honest, well read Vivian, I would rather it come in Europe than in the league. And even though there's 30 more games in the domestic league phase, in La Liga, than the league phase of the Champions League, ultimately... Oh, come on! I'd still back us to get through in Europe with 6 games left in the league phase. But as for La Liga, we know how good Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico can be, so we can't slip up early doors. Silva the possible winner though, and we may be staying perfect after all. I absolutely love how good Fabio Silva's become in this save. It's great, isn't it? You know, we took a chance on a few players. Oh, that's absolutely brilliantly done, as Ricardo Horta makes it 2-2. And Silva has, of course, been the best of the bunch. But what a ball. What a control. It's like Harry Kane against Albania with that sort of control. And the finish to match, just like the England captain as well. 2-2, and after all, we will be drawing. Jose into Lee. Still could win this. Kelvin to Lee. And it's popped out wide to the captain, Gaia. Still going to get some game time, even though we now signed Carreras as the replacement, as Pepe Lu just keeps hold of the ball. Lead to Chan. One last chance to win it. Kelvin just couldn't bundle through. Oh, come on! And that's why you never give up on the play. Hugo Giro scores with a block, and Valencia with a 5-goal thriller right at the end. Come on, love that. That's that extra hustle play, that extra effort kind of play that it should show you. That's why that even when the chance seems like it's over, it isn't until the danger is fully clear. Giro charges down the clearance, blocks it fairly, puts it in, bottom corner. Scoring with a block to extend our perfect start to the season. We all accept that in order to win silverware and do something special in life, you need a bit of luck, and that is a huge slice of it there as we maintain 100%. Right, Samuel has just hit 90 overall, our first 90 rated player of the day. When you look at his stats here, you can see why I brought him in for a club record fee. Following contest for an international break away in Madrid, thankfully not at the Bernabeu though, but after the Coliseum. Getafe going for our 9th in a row in La Liga. Samu's stats are just ridiculous. He feels like a bit of a cheat code, really, you know, because to be that tall, that strong, but also have that amount of pace as well, plus all the technical assets too. I mean, it's like, where's the weak spot? Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you look at a player and think, well, he's great in all these areas, but here's the red flag. You look at Samu and you're like, every flag is green. You know? There's just nothing about this guy that's negative, and he's for sure up there as one of the best strikers I've used in FC25. In fact, I'll go as far as saying he's probably the best I've used. As Lee finds Fabio Silva, and he's not been too bad either, as he almost opened the scoring. Still 0-0 for now, but a fast start from the visitors. Yeah, if we're talking real strikers, he probably is the best I've used, you know. I mean, Amin Adli was great in the Ipswich Town career that I did. But as much as I love King Kante, he's obviously not a real player. He's real in my heart, but you know. but yeah, I'd say Samuel is probably the best I've used so far. He really is just that good. Nice build up here. It's going to release Lee for the opener, and there it is. It was coming 30 minutes in, 1-0. As we always say, when you're doing the right things, haven't had a breakthrough yet, just keep on doing those things. Eventually, your persistence will pay off. Valencia lead. Let's go before the break. We're still leading by 1, but I think if we really push the pace here, we can get 2 goals up, and that will give us a nice cushion heading into the second half. Silva denied. But it's coming. Alex Palmer now at the Tafe. Very interesting indeed. It's coming. And I think sometimes, you know, this is a problem of mine. Sometimes I'll take a goal, take a lead, and kind of sit on that. I've got to be more ruthless, you know. Got to be in, as what we called it, kill mode. And this will be the second, and it is Chan to Silva, and there we go. That's sometimes what separates the good teams from the great teams. That willingness to push for more, even when you don't need it. Pepe to Chan. And again, we've got an international break after this, so I don't need to worry about fatigue. And I want to try and make a statement here in the capital. You know, not just a win, but a big win. By a few goals. Samu says, okay, I'll get another one then. 3 for Valencia. And he's 11th of the season already in La Liga. Last year, Golden Boot winner, 35. This year, 40 club. Still, whether we can do it or not, that's a different matter. But he's on pace as things stand, though of course there is a long way to go. Speaking of which, 9 wins from 9. Phenomenal start for Valencia, but it's got to keep going. Following contest, can we keep it going? Going for 10 in a row as we begin the campaign in the league. Athletic Bilbao versus Mestalla. Difficult one here on the back of the international break. And with Liverpool and Real Madrid both away next, don't want to go into those games on the back of our first slip-up. Vamos Valencia. Just flowing at the moment, and that's what happens when you're in good forms. We often talk about it. Oh, great save, Chevalier. Shuts down the rebound, but couldn't stop it from being squirmed into the bottom corner, and Bilbao have the lead. Well, Sanchez, who is so good in this game, has somehow found a minor bit of space to squirm it in, and Bilbao draw first blood, and it's unfamiliar territory for Valencia. A goal down in the league, and needing to come from behind to stay perfect. Good. I like the challenges. Correa comes through and shoots from a tight angle and instantly levels it as well. Brilliant dribbling from Thierry. Even better finish. Valencia with the instant equaliser. Come on. One of the players we inherited here, and I felt it. I felt this guy was going to be a star player in my team for all the years, as Kelvin does really well to intercept. And I mentioned before, like in all the career modes I've done this year, I've inherited a fullback who I've turned into a world-class one. Could you call Correa world-class? I think so. I think so now, and he's still getting better. And that was a world-class finish as well. First it was Leif Davis, then it was Mumba, and now it's Correa adding to the list as he gets the assist for the goal that puts us in front. Trailing in 10 minutes, but putting it right instantly. Fabio Silva gives Valencia the lead. Evan Ferguson is, really causing me problems in that back line, man. He's not a Basque boy, but he'll be loved in the Basque region if he keeps on scoring goals for Bilbao. And he's just scored a great one there past Chevalier to make it 2-2. Possibly could have done better. Wasn't right in the corner, but... Oh, his chance to post, and Samu follows the rebound in. What a game. Defence goes out the window for the second game in 3, but Valencia free scoring and 3-2 up. What a thriller. Chan to Lee, continues his run. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Brilliantly done. Oh, wonderful goal. Brilliant, brilliant off-the-ball movement from Kelvin, and his super start is as good as the super celebration. It is, I think, 7 for our number 7 this season. He took the first team number since returning from Burnley, because he was always going to be my first 11 this year, and he's showing exactly why. 4-2, that should be points in the bag, and 10 in a row to start the league season off. Absolutely brilliant games today, and I'm sure they're going to get better as well, because before we take on Real Madrid away at the Bernabeu on the weekend, on Wednesday night we're off to England, and specifically the Northwest. Liverpool away at Anfield, as we aim to stay 100% across both league and European competitions. What a tough one here, Vamos Valencia. Can't wait for the Merseyside derby next week. Really looking forward to it, because obviously for Liverpool they were hunting for the treble, and in what has been a great first season for Arne Slot, to be knocked out of the Champions League and then to lose the Carabao Cup final in just a space of a few days. That's going to be tough on the psyche for any team to deal with. So I'm really excited to see what kind of Liverpool we'll watch in that Merseyside derby, especially under a rejuvenated Everton team. now being managed for the second time by David Moyes. So it's going to be really, really great to watch. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a brilliant, brilliant contest. And hopefully another feisty Merseyside derby like we saw at Goodison earlier this year. You know, it's still 0-0 here. That's a great through ball. Samu is through. It should be 1. And this is why he's 90 overall. Because you rarely see him missing a golden chance. Him miss a golden chance. Samu with a finish. Valencia lead. Oh, what a fantastic win this has been from Valencia. Lockdown defence for the entire night. Yep, there we go, and that is how we've got the win. This is the sort of performance I wanted us to be playing with this season. Not free scoring, but also defending a lot as well, or conceding a lot, sorry, but just being better defensively and shutting the door. Chevalier might have needed to make 1 or 2 comfortable saves, but for the most part, that was lockdown, swarming defence, and the kind of thing we hadn't been playing the past few years. 100% for Valencia in League and Europe. And now let's see if we can keep it going in the form of jumping straight out of that game and into the next one. Real Madrid away at the Bernabeu, the champions, and right now the closest threat to us in pole position as we take on Carlo Ancelotti's side in the capital. It's been a picture-perfect start to the season. We've just come through one big test, but this is another giant one. The champions, the holders, away in Madrid. Vamos Valencia. Yeah, this is a massive game. If we can win this and go further clear at the top, 7 points I think it will be. With the better head-to-head record after 1. I mean, what a luxury. Kylian Mbappe. I mean, honestly, every single time we have faced Real Madrid, he scored against me. And that record continues here in our first meeting of 2 in the league as well. It's unlucky. It's a brilliant block initially, but with Chevalier only just getting back to his feet, can't set himself to react in time, and Kylian turns in the rebound, and 4 in we trail. Real Madrid, man, I just can't beat them. And Silva nods it down, and Samu! Oh! Hits the crossbar. Plenty of the game to go though, come on. I was reading a post on our FIFA careers recently, and shout out to the subreddit. As I mentioned before, I'm a long-term lurker on the subreddit. And someone had a post on what player, just spun around for a corner, do you fear the most? And a lot of the comments were Kylian Mbappe, and I was reading it thinking, yep, same. Upvoting every comment, same. I know how you feel, guys. I know how you feel. 21 in, he almost made it 2. Gabriel heads just wide. And it's an onslaught of attack from the hosts in the first half an hour. Anthony finds Andre Santos. Back to the Brazilian, and he finds Vinicius, and it's still only 1 for now. And again, that key word being for now, because at the rate of this beginning, it's only a matter of time before there's a second goal. We don't want to hit the bar and get ourselves a chance, but it's on the other end right now. We're really struggling. I think we'll get a goal. We'll get one here. Called it. Samu bends one in, but the issue we're having is the issue we've had throughout the save. We can score, but can we now defend? Hey, after the restart, still tied at 1-1. I'll take it though. I'll take it. This is arguably the toughest league game of the entire season, and so. Oh, what a save, Courtois! If you can get through it without losing, well, it's not a bad first matchup against the great Galacticos. I think someone can win it though, and it could go either way. Us on the break, almost getting in front. Or Real Madrid with their superstar up top. Kylian Mbappe, who scored the first and almost scored the second. Chevalier prevents it. What a game. What an absolute thriller of a game that was. Might have only been 2 goals, but it easily could have finished 4-4. And in the end, I'm just pleased enough to know in our first meeting against Real Madrid, we don't taste defeat. Yeah, it's the first game we failed to win this season, but this is the Bernabeu. Not many teams are going to say no to a 1-1 draw, and I definitely won't. Tough, hard-fought point, I'll take it. Right, let's jump out of this one and into the next one. Following contest, 8 days' time, Osasuna and Mestalla. And like I said, those games there, I don't mind drawing at all. At the Metropolitano, at the Nou Camp, at the Bernabeu, I'm fine with that. But these are the games that are bankers and, frankly put, must be wins. Osasuna and Mestalla. Vamos Valencia. Yeah, last year I did a career mode with Almeria, and like we just couldn't beat Barca, Real, or Atletico. Like every time we faced them, we lost. All the best we'd do is draw, and that's what stopped us from winning the title. And then one season I said, you know what, enough of this. Like every time we face those teams, if we get a result as a bonus, but I'm not going to think about it. All I'm going to do is do my absolute best to beat these kind of teams: Osasuna, Las Palmas, Celta Vigo, whatever the case may be. And that strategy worked. That strategy worked. I think our first title in those 6 meetings, we might have won once, but didn't win any others. But because we beat all the other teams in the league, we were able to win the title. So that's my strategy this season. It still hits the post, and for the second time today, we almost scored from the rebound. But that's got to be my mindset. When we face Barcelona or Atletico, or like they're against Real, yeah, if we win, it's amazing, but don't worry about it. Just win these games. Let's go. Lee with Carreras out wide, finds him. Alvaro, great ball through. And Samu's run allows Chan to be the offloader for Javi Guerra off the crossbar. And for the second time in the half, that woodwork rattled. And we're still tied at 0-0. Doing all the right things, haven't had a breakthrough yet. Just need to be a bit more clinical. So second half underway, and again, we're still tied at 0-0. But I'm not overly worried that we haven't had a breakthrough yet. Because we're playing some good football. We've had 2 strikes hitting the frame of the goal. And how often do we say it? When that's the case, you've just got to keep going. I know it's hard, guys. I know it's hard, but believe me, eventually, I've always been a firm believer, your persistence will pay off. You're doing all those right things. You just haven't had that rubber to green yet. You haven't had the breakthrough. You haven't got what you think you should have got for doing all the right input. Keep going. Keep going, and eventually, things are going to work out. Samu sent through, quick fire double for Valencia. Right on cue. 7 after the restart, from goalless to 2 goals up, and it's all about staying persistent and positive. Yep, brilliant return to winning ways for Valencia, and another one of those games where it's all about persistence paying off. I've always been a firm believer in it. Hard work will eventually be rewarded, and if you stay consistent and disciplined, you will get what you deserve in time. Valencia definitely did that. Right, let's do 2 more games then. Following contest, match day 4 of the Champions League phase. What a start to the season it's been for Valencia, not just domestically, but in Europe as well, winning our first 3 games. Now off to the Dragao. Tough game here, aiming to stay 100% with 4 wins out of 4. Porto away. Vamos Valencia. I don't know if you guys are the same as me as well. Like when you've got a player in your team that has a chance to play against their former club, like they've got to start, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? Like they've got to start. You saw me start Ariso there against Osasuna, and for this game here, had to start Samu. I mean, desperately want to see him reach the 40 club. So we'll be a bit tired for the Leganes game on the weekend. But this is his former team. This is the team he used to play for at that former ground. I've got to start him, right? There's Romario, dispossessed by Pepe Lu. The amount of times this guy wins the ball back for me is crazy. I mean, he is one of the best midfielders I've used for all-round play in this year's FC. I'm telling you guys, as good as Samu's been up top for me, and is definitely probably the best real striker I've used, we can't count King Kante in FC 25. Pepe Lu, if you're looking for a midfielder that can do practically everything, Pepe Lu's got to be up there for me. As a deep-line playmaker that also intercepts and wins balls back, I don't think I've had a better one in FC yet. Chan well in. There's a reason why I've kept this guy in my team since the very beginning. He is silky smooth. And his defensive stats are brilliant as well. Hugo Giroud bangs in the second with a weaker right foot. And what a start at the Dragao. 2-0 up, 29 minutes in. And our 100% record might have gone in the league, but it's staying in Europe. Fati to Chan and Giroud and Samu. Hugo, great hold-up play. Oh, just running rampant, running absolutely rampant in Portugal with an ottimo display in the first half. Giroud at the double, Samu's got one, and Valencia are firing on all cylinders. I mean, we might not have beaten Real Madrid, sure, but every other game, I mean, we have just been absolutely on it. Scrape through Lazio, fair enough. Bilbao gave us a really good run for our money too, but for the most part this season, we have been almost flawless. Careful. Pepe Lu again with the block. Can't stop the follow-up pass inside though, and Danny Loader does ruin the clean sheet. 3-1. Yeah, the best way to describe this Valencia run is that at the moment we are steamrolling past opponents and not looking back. And considering how much we've struggled as... Oh, yeah! This save has been my most difficult one of SC25. Well, it's nice to know that in our 5th and final season, if we keep playing like this, I don't think there's any doubt we'll win something and possibly everything. Bold statement, but playing like this, not many teams will fancy their chances against us. Pepe Lu, who I sung the praises of earlier, has just restored the 3-goal cushion with a beaut on the half volley. 4-1, job done at Dragao. Gomez for Porto, trying to get him a second goal in a game where our defence has been a little less than best, and that's just not going to cut it for me. 4-2 with 18 to play, and look, we're going to get the win, but like I said, it's the clean sheets I want as well. And even when we conceded one, doesn't mean we're allowed to concede another one as well. Disappointed with that. Got to get back on the clean sheet wagon. Yeah, we're going to win the game, but as I said at the start of the season, I've got my eyes on the treble this year, and I don't think we'll be able to win all 3 competitions defending like that. Got the win, but the defence will need to pick up. Right, it's Dayouni got a knock, and he'll be out for 4 weeks on the back of an injury in that game there. Our final game today. Back to matters in La Liga as we take on CD Leganes away from home. Our last away day in the league was that draw at the Bernabeu. Let's put it right here, and then on a big 3 points, Vamos Valencia. Careful, great first touch. Oh, what a finish. What a finish. Brilliant little first touch to set himself. And the finish past Chevalier. And Leganes lead. Well, we came from behind the Bernabeu to claim a point. We came from behind against Bilbao to claim all 3. And tonight, down a goal in a game which really we should be winning with ease. Big test of character here. Chan with Correa out wide. Plenty of time. Haven't played badly in this first half. Just hit with a quick sucker punch. And yeah, Samu, brilliantly done. When that's the case, I mean, just don't worry about it. Like, seriously, it's kind of play the game as if it's still 0-0. Don't think, oh, I've just conceded a quick goal. What do I do? Make a quick tactical change, quick substitution early. No, just keep going. Like, keep going. You haven't started off terribly per se. You just had a little sucker punch. Yeah, not every game against one of the teams you expect to win against follows the same script. Right on cue, proof in pudding. Leganes go 2-1 up, and we're behind again. What a finish by the ex-Chelsea and Barcelona forward. Chevalier was kicking his legs around there, thinking, I don't know what part of the body to try and save that shot with. If I get anything in it, it might break one of my bones. 2-1. And okay, alright, the big test continues. Fair play to Leganes. They are giving us a brilliant game here. As Samu is denied, and we still find ourselves trailing. What did I say a moment ago? We're not going to win the treble defending like this. We won't win the title defending like this either. Disappointing game so far in that regard. That's a great slip ball through by Chan, and silver in our second leveler. Can't defend, just got to score more. Brilliant games today. And in what is a thrilling closer. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. It's been drama all the way through. And a dramatic late finish here. 17 to play. We're now pushing for the winner. Mascara has gone down. Second injury in 2 games. We'll play on even with a man disadvantage because Correa's got Samu and Samu's got Lee, and it's clear in the nick of time. 13 to win it. Nope, that is going to do it. What a thriller of a game to end on. And for the second game in a row away in La Liga, Valencia failed to win. It would have been an amazing winning run to start the season off, but proof here and at the Bernabeu, it's not going to be a straightforward walk to the title, not by a long shot. But that'll do it for today's episode of the La Liga Career, guys. Big fan of you, hope you enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next one with hopefully more thrilling games like today's. These were brilliant games to play in both Europe and La Liga too. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.